This is a potpourri, a traditional greeting ceremony, but a look at the menacing, almost intimidating expressions gives a glimpse into the Maori warrior past. Today, these men belong to feared motorcycle gangs which have become the scourge of New Zealand society. They are serving prison sentences for a wide range of crimes, including rape, murder, extortion and drugs. Their identities are protected not for them, but out of respect to their victims and relatives.
Both sides of my family, they're gang members, gang violence and all that kind of stuff, and that just sort of grew on me. But I still don't regret my upbringing, sort of brought me to the person who I am today.
Their stuff is a familiar story. For many young, largely uneducated Maori from deprived backgrounds, gangs like the Mongrel Mob and Black Power have become surrogate families, but ones with criminal agendas.
Drugs. First and foremost, I would say it would be drugs, and there's a lot of activity from the gangs in the manufacture and distribution of pure methamphetamine. I mean, it's everywhere. It's just decimating society.
Dominic Andre has charted the spread of New Zealand's gangs to every corner of the country and their links to overseas crime syndicates.
You'll never see them, but they're there. They're all over the show. Really low profile. Just so they can get on with doing what they're getting on with. And it's global, it's huge.
Even though Maoris make up around 14% of the population of New Zealand, more than 50% of prison inmates are Maori males, 58% are Maori females, a rate which is increasing every year. Much of this is down to gang-related crime. Mike Niho is a former gang member who was attracted by the sense of adventure and camaraderie, but reckons social injustices for the Maori played a big part in gang popularity.
We have bad health. We sit at the top of the bad health scale. We're uneducated. We sit at the top of that as well. The prison statistics, we sit at the top of that. That's an accumulation of all the laws, I guess, if that's how you'd put it, or that have come through over the years from 1840 to now.
Team 7 in the area, I'll give you a sit right by side.
Unfair laws to Maori, they argue. In WANAGUI, it's the present and the future they're worried about. The town suffered from motorcycle gangs through drive-by shootings, drugs and violence. It's led to the banning of wearing their prize patches in public.
A lot of people are the victims of crimes that are perpetuated by the gangs, some of our dishonesty offending. A lot of good families, their children are forced into taking drugs or take it voluntarily, which are all peddled by the gangs. So it has quite an impact right across our society in relation to what the gangs are doing.
Gangs have been criticised for destroying the fabric of Maori culture. At this WANAGUI school, they're trying to rectify that by teaching tradition and language. By maintaining old Maori values, they hope to keep the young away from the clutches of the gangs.
Gangs become attractive because they're looking for instant gratification. They're looking for a sense of respect that they can get immediately if they go into a gang situation. I think they're searching for that recognition, and if you're not getting that at home or you're not getting that in the school system that you put through, then you're going to look for it elsewhere. And we need to be trying to provide avenues to give that recognition outside of a gang situation.
In Rumataka prison, they're addressing that problem, bringing members of all gangs together in a unique experiment and teaching them a sense of identity and purpose. The authorities seem to think it's working. The test will be that when the prison gates finally close behind them, will they choose to go straight or back to the gangs and a life of crime and violence? Tony Birtley, Al Jazeera, Wellington.